Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're here for solo leveling episode 8. So last episode, or last week I should say, they took a bit of a week-long hiatus, as I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that the main voice actor of Sung Jin-woo was having health issues, and so they gave him all a week break. That is what I've heard, and I could be wrong about that, so feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm totally off base, but that is generally speaking what I've heard about that issue. So they took a break, did a recap episode, which is fine by me, as long as everybody's in good health and nobody's being overworked to death, then totally fine by me. So, yeah, we're back for episode 8. Last episode, Sung went into the Hell dungeon. He essentially got a key for it from overworking. Overworking's the wrong word, but overdoing his daily training quest. He went over the limit it asked him to do normally, and it gave him a loot box. It was either like a cursed loot box or a blessed loot box, and he got the a key to the demon castle, and his first step into getting into the demon castle was to fight the I forget the beast's name, so I apologize, but it was the three-headed dog-looking beast, and he had to fight that, and he nearly died several times, and that fight was absolutely crazy. As a whole, it was a very solid episode, and obviously the reason he's going into the dungeon is to get the crafting materials needed to make that elixir so that he can heal his mom of her ailment and they can be a family again. So that is generally speaking everything that happened last episode. So per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord links are in the description for both of those. The Discord, we talk about current shows, current manga, past manga, and we have non-anime conversations as well. We have an overall great time in there, so feel free to come join and say what's up in there. And then as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all of my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. But now, without further ado, let's hop straight into solo leveling episode 8. Yeah, it's called the Elixir of Life. That's what it's called. Oh, you see those marks on her neck? Eek. Yep. Seems like that's going to be the crux of the plot going forward, or at least for the time being, is that he's going to continue leveling up so he can eventually get strong enough to take on that dungeon and save his mom. Yep. Because now he wants to get stronger. Yeah. You can't go with anybody else, only me. And then just don't send him in or something? That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. I love I still called him boss. Oh, here's Cha-Hain. It's gonna take me a minute to pronounce her name correctly, but here she is, getting that training in. Gulping down that goddamn water. She got this whole track and field to herself here. What on earth? She just sensed this guy was there. Yoon Byung-gil. I'm sorry. I'm gonna clarify this again. I've done it in every goddamn episode of solo leveling so far. I'm terrible. I'm fucking terrible at pronouncing Korean names. So please forgive me. Just wait until I hear the name a couple times and I will get the pronunciation perfectly good. I don't know why I cannot pronounce Korean names correctly. It's just not, it's just not possible for me. Yeah, I like that they pan over to this here. A major electric power company files for price increase. Huh. Because they're starting to figure out ways to use these dungeon items to make electricity, so once you do that, if the gates disappear, you're done for, because you would have to revert back to all the old ways of electricity, and more than likely the old ways of electricity would not be able to keep up with what I'm assuming is going to be the new output from these new sources of energy from the dungeon. So that's exactly what he means, can no longer operate without the resources from the dungeon. Like, well, if the dungeons were to disappear, humanity isn't screwed, but they'd be in a world of hurt for a little while until they can readjust. AKA, the hunter has become the most important job in the world. Okay. Ah, so they're making like monopolies off the dungeons? Huh. Yeah, that was literally what I said, they have a monopoly. So this is Jinho's dad here. So, I mean, I probably should have guessed that already, but this is Jinho's dad, and he is wanting to make a guild of his own so he can compete with... Because I'm pretty sure they said he's part of like a construction company or something. So he's kind of stepping out of his usual territory to make a guild so he can join the monopoly group that these other 5 have created over time. So I think, and then the whole reason that Jinho wants to... is it Jinho or Jinhu? I'm so sorry. It's been a week, and that really doesn't help with my already struggling name pronunciation for these Korean names. So it's either Jinhu or Jinho. I can't remember, so once again, forgive me. But that's why he wants to go in and make his own guild to impress his dad. And I can't remember... I want to... Yeah, I can't remember if his reasoning was just to impress his dad, or if it was to stop his dad from making a guild. I can't exactly remember what the exact crux of Jinho's reasoning was, but overall he just wants to make his own guild while his dad is trying to make one as well. Yeah. Which isn't the case for me. Oh, back out training again? Ah, so it's just like a one-time thing, essentially. Oh, well, it's worth opening it. It's probably not going to be anything crazy, though. A bingo sheet? Just a that is so unbelievably random. I wonder if these, like, loot boxes, when it's not, like, a key to, like, an instance dungeon or anything like that, is just picking random things out of the world and just giving it to him. Hoping maybe one of them will be useful. I have no idea. Alright, let's check the stats. So we're level 26 now. The HP's at 5k. The MP's at 500. And then we've got the strength 71. So he took the liberty of taking the agility above strength. So that's interesting. He's got the perception at 69, and then the vitality and intelligence are both at 43. Interesting. So from the last time that we have seen him use his points, he has gone much more down the agility route. Well, he hasn't totally gone off the strength path yet, but 71 to 80, because the strength was so much higher before. The strength was so much higher before, so he has kind of taken the agility path a lot further. Jinho, okay, I did have it right. You just have to see what its name is when you get in there. Can't really level up that way. Yeah, still gotta make money though. I feel ya, man, I feel ya. Damn. I was thinking maybe all he has to do is realistically just go into the... He has to accept the penalty, right? Get sent in there with the centipede, and then see if its name is red, orange, or white, and that can determine if he's able to fight it or not. And depending on the name, if it's red, he can just run for 4 hours, since his stamina is infinitely higher now than it was before. But then again, we don't know if the penalty is going to be that centipede again. It could realistically be something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same penalty every single time. That's just him thinking that it's gonna be that way, but it might not. Ah, hello, Song. Haven't seen you in a minute. The Hunters Association still contacting him. It's true. It's very true. Aw, and then there's this guy. I can't even meet, like, realistically, I don't know. What he did in the dungeon was a piece of shit move. Absolutely horrible, but you can't even blame him. I mean, he was freaked out. Everybody was freaked out. It was just a really shit situation, and he had kids at home. So I can be mad at him if I want, but I can't necessarily, like, I don't know. it's a tough situation because like what he did was really shitty, but it makes total sense if that makes any sense. Yeah. That's the hope. Aww. I like seeing that. We haven't seen that guy literally since episode 2, since he ran away from Sung and everybody else in there, but that really kind of adds several other layers to him as a character. Uh-oh. Yikes. Ah, yep. Talking about Jinho's construction company. Jesus. Jinho's construction company, starting to make a guild. Seems like all the bigger guilds have kind of gotten leads on it. I'm very curious because, like, from what I've seen, what we have seen leading up to this point, like, a lot of the bigger guilds haven't, like, the leaders haven't seemed like terrible people, but who knows, maybe they're all, like, pieces of shit who want to keep the monopoly between the 5 of them. I have no idea. Damn. She's still traumatized from all that. Mom, you're not helping. I mean, she was kind of talking out of her ass there, saying like, you're a B-rank hunter, you'd be strong, right? But you'd just be getting in the way. You should come on back and help out the business. Like, shut up. That's not any way to talk to your kid. She sees Jinwoo still going about trying, and she wants to try some more herself. Hopefully it didn't lead to her getting killed. I'm not sure that would weigh very well on Jinwoo's conscience. Oh. Ah, she's getting called to the same one, isn't she? No words between the two of them. Chahain, there you go, that's how you pronounce it. Damn. They're making... to join as a guild master. They're making some big moves. That'd be great to know if you could stop cutting away. It'd be so great to know what they were talking about. I mean, I would assume it involves the Eugene construction company, but I feel like we missed a bit of that conversation, and I would like to see the rest of it. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're getting in. We didn't even see what happened there. We did not see what happened there. We only saw the beginning of what was happening on that island, on Jeju Island. We only saw the beginning of that in episode 1. We saw when all those S-rank hunters arrived. We did not see anything after that. Realistically, we did not see much. Whoa. I'm assuming that's his family. But wait, is Jeju Island the one from the first episode, or am I getting that mixed up? Did Jeju Island happen earlier than this series? Like, it happened before we caught up with everybody in this series? Or was it the fight in the first episode? You'll have to clarify in the comments for me on that. Oh, God. Oh, you leave him without any of his stuff, huh? No way we're gonna come back to this group being Jinwoo, Juhee, and Song again. That'll be an interesting pairing, to say the least. I like how Jinwoo actually really likes Song. Yep. Yeah, no way to explain that away. Aww. I like this. I really like this because Song seems like one of the most genuine guys out there. Since the beginning of the series, he has seemed like a very genuine guy, and Jinwoo seems to really recognize that and seems to really like him as well. So it's very wholesome seeing these two get back in contact with each other again. And I'm assuming this is a more calmed down episode before we get into whatever hell they're gonna be in next episode with this D-rank dungeon. Looks like we're taking on this dungeon together. Really hoping Song or Juhee don't die in here. That'd be terrible. Oh, what on earth? Hello, Juhee. Yeah, 2 other people who ran away at the last second. Yeah. Interesting group that got reunited here. You look like a whole different person. Yeah, she didn't exactly come in and say hi or anything. But she did visit. What? Oh, it's this guy. Why do we have to work with these outlaws? No? No. There's a high chance they're just gonna attack and kill us in there. Unlikely to cause trouble, you lying bitch. How, that is the biggest lie I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. Not here to cause trouble. The first thing they did was verbally assault Juhi when they first got here. Okay. So he's coming in with us, clearly. That's not good though. That's not good though if he comes in, because Jinwoo, God, I like Jinwoo and Jinwoo are just such close names together that I keep mixing them up. Jinwoo cannot show off his powers here at all because this guy knows the other guy who is close to the leader of the Hunter Association. So that's not gonna be good if he sees Jinwoo using any of his powers. Oh, they're all C rank? Jesus. They're just, these guys give off the worst vibe. They die instantly. He's just gonna straight up kill them. Not at all. The other, hey, can we get the other 3 to bow too? Song is the only one I realistically don't think needs to bow because Song was gonna sacrifice himself in there. Can we get, actually Juhi's fine as well. Can we get the other, because Juhi was gonna stay there with him as well. Can we get the other 2 to come over here and bow? They are the 2 who need to bow most, if anything. I have a feeling he's gonna keep a very close eye on Sung during this dungeon. All right. Pretty good setup episode here for next episode. It's gonna be interesting. Alright. We'll see where this goes next episode. It's a very solid setup episode. Not much else to say, realistically speaking. I actually don't think I have anything to say, so this ending is gonna be really short, but it's a solid setup episode for next episode to get us back kinda into the world, into the characters, and we'll see where we go from here. But I legitimately don't think I have anything to say. It's good to see Song again. It's good to see Juhi again. It was very good to see Kim and his family, to give a little more context as to why he acted so rashly. My man, he's got a family at home, and when you got things like that outside, it makes you make stupid decisions sometimes. So I get it. I'm not gonna say I'm not mad at him for ditching, but I get it now. I got it then as well. It's not like I didn't understand, but even more so now, seeing his family and everything there. So just I'm glad we got a little more context into Kim, and then we got the other guy here who's back, and kind of an interesting reunion. So we'll see where the next episode goes, but I think that is gonna wrap it up for my reaction to Solo Leveling episode 8. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.